Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So, as you can see, there is a new timed event. I did say at the end of the previous video that, I wanted to do a story quest, but if there was a timed event that had a short timer on it, then I would focus on that. And as you can see, this only has 1 day and 4 hours left. There was a lot more than that before, but, I haven't really gotten to it until just now. So, anyways, let's go ahead and focus on this. And then if I finish it fast enough, I will get to the story quest. I hope that I finish it pretty fast. Anyways, Record of Reflective Writing is what it's called. Upon returning to Mondstadt, you encounter a light novelist. Following your script, you embark on a wondrous journey of reading and reverie. So when I select go to quest, it leads me over to an area here in Mondstadt, which is right down there. I have a feeling. After everything, I finally made it to a place where the story of those two legends began. Seeing how much I've given to be here. Oh, is she talking about Aether and Paimon? Surely fate will smile upon me too. It won't be long now before I'll meet them once more. I think we've met her before. What's that person rambling about? Judging from how she's dressed, she doesn't seem to be from Mondstadt. Do you think she's from Inazuma? Yeah, probably. Aha! You're here, and even sooner than expected. Time for a cheer to celebrate our reunion, twin stars of brilliant valor. It's been too long, old friend. Sure, why not? Soka, is that you? Paimon never would have expected to see you here in Mondstadt. What a pleasant surprise. But weren't you previously helping Hania prepare for the next tournament? How come you're in Mondstadt all by yourself? Oh, she must have been part of the, that fungi thing, because I recognize the name Hania. I think it was the very first version of it, but it could have been the second version of it, too, because there were 2 timed events with the fungi. And all those books in front of you, you're not here to recommend novels to passers-by, are you? Well, I suppose the main reason is I'm being hunted down by Yai Publishing House's editors. Okay. Hunted down? Don't worry, they're not literally going to kill me. They're just constantly pressing me to submit my work by whatever means necessary. I guess if you think about it, they're doing it for my own good. As a once popular light novelist, I had to keep producing new content nonstop, both to satisfy our readers' voracious appetites and to maintain my popularity. But the speed at which our readers get through it all seems to know no limits. If I didn't keep it up, it wouldn't be long before I found myself completely snowed under by new requests. But I couldn't bring myself to rush through the story of my fungi buddies just to get it finished. After all, it takes time to come up with a good idea and then gradually refine it. If possible, I'd like to finish writing up a whole story, then go through the revision process before finally publishing it in its entirety. The last thing I want is to agree to serialize and then have to rush to meet the deadlines for each issue. Blah, I'm having a hard time speaking. So for now, I've decided to start working on a new main piece with a simpler, more manageable story instead. This way, at least the readers won't forget me. That sounds exhausting. I guess you got no choice. Who'd have thought it? And to think, Paimon used to reckon light novelists had it easy. A bit of sightseeing here, a bit of field research there, then poof! They write their novel in a fit of inspiration. The morale starts rolling in and it's time to start living the good life. In reality, only the most naturally gifted writers work like that. For the rest of us, simply planning out and finding the inspiration for the next daily chapter is already enough to drive you to the edge of exhaustion. Most people can only write so much before they start getting writer's block, and in all honesty, I'm no different. Why else would I have to come all this way to Mondstadt with nothing more to go on than an old folk legend, blah. So, this folks legend's the key. I'm guessing it involves this book on the table. Spot on, and my plan is to use pictures and broadcasting device to turn my novel into an audiovisual, 3-dimensional reading experience. Sounds fancy. The title of this all-new avant-garde work of mine is Labyrinth of Legend, A Hero's Journey. A hero of extraordinary ability unknowingly enters a treacherous labyrinth devised by an evil sorcerer, where they must navigate their way past a whole series of complex mechanisms and deadly traps before finally unearthing the secrets that lie deep within. But I haven't figured out how it's all going to go yet. Hey, you've certainly got Paimon's attention. I'll have to think carefully about the core contradictions and rhythm of the story. With serial novels, the key is to keep the reader on the edge of their seat, so the various puzzles that the hero encounters in Labyrinth will need to be the main story driver. I just so happened to hear that talk of a domain in Mondstadt filled with all kinds of mysterious mechanisms, so I rushed over here as soon as I could, found it, and started my investigations. You're always so spontaneous, Soka. So, did you find any inspiration for your puzzles in there? There was certainly no shortage of inspiration, but I haven't managed to think of any ingenious solutions to the puzzles yet, without which the plot still feels pretty weak. All it took was a regular trap to give me a complete battering, and now the clothes Miss Hania bought me are all ruined. Still, I came out with just enough intel to draft a few important sections. When it comes down to it, I'm no hero, nor do I have any special abilities, so it's no wonder that I can't come up with specific solutions to the puzzles. But for you two, the famous twin stars of brilliant valor, that won't be a problem at all. Well, isn't this a surprise? But it's not like we have godlike superpowers or anything, so what made you think of us? Well, there's no way I could hire a whole team of talented individuals to come gather material for me. As such, I need an intermediary who's closely connected to all sorts of powerful individuals to help me explore the domain. And you, Aether, are the most experienced, well-connected, and popular person in all of Teyvat that I can think of. Simply follow the script I've provided and immerse yourself in a world of text, film, and your own imagination. And once you're in the zone, I'm sure you'll be able to think of suitable heroes and work out how they'd overcome the perils of the labyrinth, based on whatever the situation before you calls for. You mean me? I do seem like the right person, don't I? Sure, why not? Imagining what happens based on the text and images in a novel. We've never tried anything like this before. It's almost like we're becoming authors too. If all the different people we know came to face this domain, full of all kinds of mechanisms, there'd certainly be a high chance of lots of wacky stuff happening. Stuff that ordinary people wouldn't even think of. And that's why you'd be perfect. This way, we can work together to finish designing my new book. On my end, I'll be sure to write a best-selling light novel. And when that happens, I'll credit you as a co-writer, and we'll split the proceeds. You know, we've had people promise us that kind of thing before in the past. I don't think that's ever actually happened. I could be wrong. You can always trust old friends to be generous. You know, when I say, like, promising stuff like that, I mean, like, you know, they have some kind of business opportunity or whatever, you know, they're, like, creating a new product or, you know, new toys or something, and they're like, hey, help us do this thing, and we'll split, like, all the profits with you, and it's like, it never happens, because something always goes wrong. Alright then, let's give it all we've got. Okay. The challenge contains both collections and evasion phases, and you will have to evade periodic incoming barrages from the mechanisms while collecting labyrinth coins during the allotted time. Collect labyrinth coins to gain points, adventure risk, and risk level. The higher the risk level, the greater the volume of incoming fire, and the more labyrinth coins will appear. If no labyrinth coins are collected for some time, risk energy will rapidly decrease. The mechanisms fire several types of ammo: normal bullets, homing rounds, that doesn't sound too nice, and laser webs. You will lose HP after getting hit by normal bullets, homing rounds, or laser webs. Gee, okay. If your HP gets zeroed out, it will be reset along with your risk level, and you will temporarily gain invincibility. Defeat wicked warlocks to earn labyrinth coins. Larger wicked warlocks have higher HP. The elemental skills of some characters can quickly defeat them. I don't see any difference between the two pictures there, but okay. Use your adventure techniques to decrease the threat of the bullet barrages and accrue score faster. Can be used up to 3 times in a single challenge. After using your adventure technique, gain all the following effects at the same time. 1. Transform all normal bullets and homing rounds on the field into labyrinth coins. That sounds nice. 2. Your character's movement speed will be increased. Their movement will not consume stamina, and they will become invincible for 7 seconds. Now, 7 seconds, that's a long time to be invincible for. Your character gains an auto-attack aura, which will automatically attack all wicked warlocks within range for once every 2 seconds for 7 seconds. So, what about the 7th second? Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. So how did you get on, Aether? The script has a lot of background info, so you must have come up with quite a few ideas for the plot, yes? I'll give it some thought, because I don't think I'm supposed to access it from here. Probably from here. Says in the lower left there, generally speaking, the mastermind often shows themselves right at the start of the story in order to show their strength to the protagonist. If you can take the enemy head on with swift and fierce attacks, you'll be off to a great start and get a big morale boost. Use your combat abilities to attack enemies as much as possible and collect labyrinth coins. So I need to get up to 600 points to claim everything, but I really only care about getting up to 200. Let's look at this. Okay, I need to complete the first 5 in order to be able to get that. And if you see what it says there, it says you can only use this specified character in the stage. It looks like Clarend. It won't let me actually check. Okay, so let's go ahead and start the challenge. So they don't let you move until the timer's up. Okay. I think this might be the very first time I've ever used her. Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, I'm currently invincible, right? Oh, never mind. Guess not. Wait. It's not letting me... Oh, there we go. I was confused there for a second. I understand now. It doesn't last for as long as I thought. Okay. I think I understand perfectly. Whoopsie. Whoa, hey. Kind of hard to keep track of everything, isn't it? But hey, I've definitely got enough points. So I don't have to worry about dodging these things anymore. In fact, it was a little bit too easy to get all the points. I'm going to make sure that I definitely 100% have everything, because I was not expecting it to be that easy. Whoops. What the? Oh, her fighting style changes when you use her elemental skill. From the looks of things. Yeah. When you use her elemental skill, she can use her gun to shoot. That's a cool little detail that they added.
Into the shadows.
Huh. Okay, just grab the coins that I can grab at this point. Very... Wait a second. Is that what I think it is? I think I got my first platinum ever. I'm pretty sure that that's what that type of medal is called. Wow. I didn't even really feel like I was trying that hard to get it. That's the funny part. So onward to the second stage. It says, not just double jumping. For some powerful fighters, if they can jump a second time while in midair, they can seize critical chances and turn the tide with a single move. and according to legend, some Adepti are yet more powerful still. Use multi-stage jumps to collect labyrinth coins or dodge the incoming hail of bullets. So this also has 600 points that you need to get to collect everything. So we're using a different character this time, Cloud Retainer. I forgot her, like, official name. Well, I said official name, but anyways, it's Shan Yun. I think that's how you say that. So you can, whoopsie. You can jump, somehow jump 2 times. Oh, I think I know what it is. That's how you jump 2 times. Okay. Yeah, you use her elemental skill to jump. This is going to be awkward, but hey. Whoops. Okay. Very interesting. Gather all that stuff. Can you jump up onto these? No, you can't jump up onto those edges. You want to get those big points, don't you? Wow. That is so awkward. I'm not used to that at all. I know I'm gonna get at least the minimum amount needed. Yeah, I already got the minimum amount needed. Wow, I actually lost all my HP. That's funny. I wasn't really paying attention to it, but I just feel like I'm not really doing all that well, but because there aren't any consequences for losing all of your HP, this is so weird. Hey, I got what I needed to get. That's all that matters, right? Gold. Well, actually, the bronze is what I really care about, but the gold is nice too. Cruising on a river of lead. The dashing figure cut by some heroes with their dodging blitz is their calling card. Perhaps for powerful warriors like them, an incoming curtain of bullets flying at them isn't much different from a cat taking a leisurely stroll along the road. Use rapid movement to agilely traverse between different platforms. Okay, wait a second. This is another character I've never used before. I forgot her name. Chiori. That's her name. She was in a specific Archon quest. What the? How do I get up there? No, seriously, how do I get up there? I don't see any logical way of getting up there. Are you supposed to help me somehow? Wait a second. Can I climb? Am I just missing something really obvious? It says the difficulty increased. It doesn't really matter at this point, does it? All that really matters is that I've got my bronze. But I really do want to get up there. How are you supposed to... Wait a second. I'm pressing the jump button. That's not working.
Lend me a hand.
Maybe I'm supposed to hold R2? Oh, there we go. I'm not used to using characters like that use that particular mechanic. Although I do have some characters that can. So it's just one of those mechanics that's easy to forget about. Give me. Oh, come on. Really? Fine then. At least I got all the prizes. This event has actually been really easy so far. I'm waiting for them to throw in something nasty towards the end. You know, where you can't get all 3 prizes. I don't want them to, I'm just saying. Gotta go fast. Nimbly avoid attacks and cross dangerous open spaces quickly. Such a difficult conundrum is enough to stop many adventurers in their tracks and prevent them from entering the labyrinth. But those great warriors who are light on their feet can use their agility to good use. Can put their agility to good use, rather. Use rapid movement abilities to move as quickly as possible, gathering labyrinth coins and dodging incoming fire. So this is a character that I have used before, and I believe that she has like an ability that allows her to run super fast. So I'm going to be taking advantage of that as much as possible during this particular challenge. Yeah, it's her R2 ability. Oh, whoopsie. I accidentally canceled it. There we go. May as well do that to take advantage of the coins that I can get from that. Whoops. Oh, I can't use it yet. Just trying to use that ability to get more coins. This one feels a lot more simple than the others, in my opinion. And as soon as I say that, they add these laser things in. It's kind of funny. You know what? Stop that. Oh, she can run through those. I just realized that. That makes it a lot easier.
Take it easy.
Her HP is at 0, or it was at 0 rather, for just a second there. I don't really care about getting hit, because I'm not really losing much of anything by getting hit. I do lose some coins when I get hit, but, like, who really cares? Such a small amount that I may as well not be losing anything. I almost got as many points on this one as I did the first level. A little bit of a surprise there. And I got the platinum. Wow. I'm surprised by that. Really, truly surprised. Flying is how I dodge. Faced with withering assaults, threatening to smack them right in the face, some particularly agile heroes will use bold vertical movements to dodge directly upwards. Using the power of Anemo to rise above is a classic example of this brilliant move. Use leaping abilities to collect labyrinth coins and dodge the withering barrage. So, of course, this is Kazuha that we're playing as. Let's start. 600 points to get everything, again. So, with Kazuha, I'm going to be doing a lot of this stuff. Oops. I kind of messed that up. It's not a big deal.
Time to go. Wind strike.
Come on. Weird. At least they give you, like, an infinite number of... Well, not infinite, but... They give you enough... of a... rather a short cooldown. I'm having trouble talking. That... you can repeatedly use this over and over again, which is nice.
The wind knows me.
Interesting. Oh. For some reason, I tried to use that ability to destroy all those things, and it didn't work because the cooldown was still active.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
No! Darn you. Just gather everything on the ground very fast. And then worry about this stuff up here.
One with nature.
I might actually get another, Oh. Whoops. I might actually get another one of the platinums.
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Okay. Did I? I did. Amazing. I'm not complaining. Very nice. Mist Banisher. Thwart the wicked warlocks. Decisive showdowns have always been thrilling. The mastermind gives it their all, and there's no turning back. It's victory or death. The protagonist has to be flexible and adapt whatever is thrown at them, using the heroes most suitable for the current challenge, foiling the enemy plot, and gliding their way to victory. Choose 2 heroes and use their special abilities to collect labyrinth coins while dodging the curtain of bullets. So, challenge settings. Let's go ahead and use Clarend, and I guess I'll go with Kazuha. Kind of finish it with the first and last characters from the previous challenges, 1 to 5. Anyways, yeah, let's start. So I gotta remember to switch back and forth between the 2 of them as I'm doing this, because sometimes the characters
Into the wind.
will have moments like that.
Time to go.
Go ahead and do that.
One with nature.
There we go.
The wind knows me.
There we go. Should I switch over to Clarend? Yeah, I guess I will for this. But there's not really much of a reason to stay as her now. The reason why I chose her is because of these enemies that I'm gonna fight. So she can take care of these. Whoops. You know what? Yeah, just like that. And then Kazuha can collect the coins that are up really high. Like this.
One with nature.
Assuming I can remember to actually switch between the 2. I keep expecting that passive attack that's supposed to activate when you use that special ability to actually, like, destroy these things, and it's not gonna work that way.
Time to go.
Let's see.
The wind knows me.
Oh, cool. I managed to collect that, surprisingly enough.
One with nature.
I think that I got the platinum for this one as well. Very surprising. Very, very surprising. Yep. Hey, I believe that that's the end of this event. There might be some story, though. There's no afterward? Really now? That's it, huh? Okay, cool. So, let's make a ton of wishes very fast. I think I'll make them on Clarend's. Only weapons. What about this one? I can make 1 wish here. Ooh, copy of Shikanoi and Heizo. That's nice. Okay, unlock Furina's. There we go. Get the quest. Go to the Court of Fontaine's Adventurer Guild. One day, you and Paimon arrive at the Adventurers Guild to check out the commissions there. So let's go all the way over there and do that.
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps?
You didn't have to be so direct. Or the more lucrative, the better. Yeah, sure, why not?
You know we're worth it. For quality work and speedy results, choose Paimon and the Traveler.
It's always a pleasure to see our two most avid adventurers again. Looking for the next challenge, I see. Actually, we do in fact have a rather urgent commission that is still open. Having read the details, however, I don't believe you'd consider it to be lucrative.
Don't worry about that. We were just kidding. So what's the situation?
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary replacement actress for their musical. The original cast member ran into some issues, and is currently unable to perform the role.
Since this is Furina's story quest, it makes sense for it to have something to do with acting.
But the troupe has also been experiencing some financial difficulties, so unfortunately they cannot afford to pay the replacement actress.
That does sound like a tricky situation. So basically they're looking for a volunteer?
Oh wait, is Paimon gonna volunteer?
That's right. Our adventurers reached out to many actresses, but none of them were willing to take the job.
Unless we're gonna convince Furina to do it.
There are only a few days left until the performance. If they can't find someone in time, they'll probably have to postpone the show. And delays tend to create all sorts of new problems.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither of us have any experience starring in musicals.
Very true. Well, actually, that's not very true, because didn't Paimon do that singing thing with Arataki Ito not too long ago? Then again, this story quest probably came before that timed event, chronologically speaking. Anyways, yeah, very true.
If you're interested in helping, why not start by having a chat with the requester? He's right over there. Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but you might be able to help him figure out another solution. Maybe there's something he hasn't thought of.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? No wonder, he looks like he just ate a sour lemon.
Got it. We'll go talk to him.
Paimon approved! Let's go!
They're not gonna make me,
Hello
like...
there! Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two. Are you really willing to act in my musical?
Wow, sounds like we're pretty famous in Fontaine already.
It's not that surprising. We spend enough time here at this point.
But to answer your question, neither of us have any experience in musicals. But we heard that you're in a bit of a bind, so we figured we could at least try to help you think of a solution.
Ah, I see. It's okay. I knew that asking for a volunteer was a long shot. If we can't find someone to step in, we'll have no choice but to cancel the show. It would be such a shame.
Can't you cover the budget for a new actress with ticket fees?
That's the thing. We're not some high-profile theater troupe, just a group of amateur enthusiasts. All our sets and props are very crude. We're grateful enough just to get an audience, never mind ticket fees. If we had a way to make this profitable, things might have turned out differently. But now, it looks inevitable that we'll disband.
Disband? You're splitting up the troupe?
Oh, I guess the lady at the Adventurers Guild didn't tell you? Yeah, this is supposed to be our final show together as a troupe.
Oh, that sucks.
One last show. And after that, we go our separate ways. So we were really hoping to end on a high note. Nobody wants things to just fizzle out. Not after all the time and effort we've invested into it.
Catherine mentioned that one of your actresses can't make it.
Yeah, the leading lady, in fact. She's been dealing with a chronic illness ever since childhood, and unfortunately, it flared up again recently. It really drains all her energy, so she's in no state to perform. The show just won't be the same without her. But for everyone else's sake, I still hope we can find a way to hold the performance on schedule.
Got it. We have a clearer picture now. Let's see if we can come up with any ideas. What if we sponsored the show? Traveler, how much more are you carrying?
Please,
Way too much.
There's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. and I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
At this point, I think I have like over 100 million Mora on me. It's ridiculous. I haven't been spending it on anything, so... Anyways, Mora isn't the biggest problem. How do we find someone who's a good fit for the role? I mean, we already know who it is, but...
Good point. If the actress just goes through the motions for the Mora, that's not exactly rescuing the show. We should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! What about... you know who?
Great minds think alike. I was just thinking that.
That's how you know we're the best of partners. Anyway, she should have all the free time in the world right now. She's really good at performing, and she was once super popular with the crowd. Performing in a musical should be a piece of cake for her.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous.
Furina.
Her? You're... That was a joke, right?
Wow, that's kind of rude.
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually know if she's performed on stage before, but Paimon's pretty confident that she'd be really good at it.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed in a number of big-name shows before. They were one of the reasons she was so popular.
Oh, maybe he was just surprised because we were, like, talking about actually getting her to do it.
But even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, it's not like she's suddenly a commoner. She's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel a bit out of place in an amateur troupe like ours.
Okay, so he wasn't being rude before. Anyways, you want the show to go ahead, don't you? Are you prepared to do whatever it takes?
Well, yes, but... Fair enough. I mean, if she was actually willing to, then of course I'd be honored to have Lady Furina star in our show. I'm sure the rest of the troupe would be delighted too. I'm sure everyone in our troupe has probably dreamt of performing on stage with her one day. Of course, it all depends on whether she's interested. She might consider this opportunity beneath her.
No point in stressing about that. We'll only know if we ask her.
Mm-hmm.
And besides, things are different now. There's no reason for her to be all high and mighty anymore.
Let's go. It'll be good to check in on her anyway.
Thank you for your help. I guess I'll just stay here and wait for the good news. Good luck.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays? She used to live in luxury at the Palais Mermonia, but she's, moved out, right?
As it happens,
Huh?
I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Really now?
Woo! When did you get here?
I came over when things were starting to sound more promising. I thought I should be at the ready in case my assistance is needed. It is my duty to support commissioners in any way I can.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Well, now that we've got the address, we'll go find Furina. Back in a jiffy.
Sounds like a plan. So Little Oceanid has started, huh? Cool. So let's talk to these two again.
I can't believe they're seriously asking Lady Furina. Seems a little over the top.
Try not to worry. May I pour you a glass of water?
Okay. So where are we supposed to go specifically? Not too far away from here. I think it'd be faster to teleport here, though.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here?
You know, I think we have been here before. We probably did, like, a quest, maybe, like, an Archon quest out of order. Because I'm pretty sure you're supposed to do this story quest before one of the Archon quests. But because I didn't want to interrupt the Archon quest at the time, and to do this first, I just continued. But anyways.
Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just, a bit of a step down from the Palais Mermonia.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Okay, when did popping out of thin air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too.
Before I read what Aether is saying there, I think I remember now. It was a timed event where we had to ask Furina to become like the director for the timed event for like a movie that they were making, and we visited her house here. But because we were supposed to do the story quest first, I remember there was like a thing where it was telling me that I'd be seeing things out of order or whatever. Anyways, I'll continue. Don't you get sick of macaroni every day?
Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
It's baloney. I'm just saying.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Is it because you have to do all your own cooking now?
How rude! Questioning my cooking skills. The audacity! It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Blubber profiteroles. That's an interesting name.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Not yet, maybe, but... Anyway, what are you even doing here? I do hope you didn't come here just to ogle at my fall from grace. Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests at this time. So if you're just here to clown around, then please be on your way. Shoot!
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be mad!
Paimon was just showing concern for your well-being.
Yeah, exactly! What the traveler said! Paimon wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
That's not important. We actually came here to ask you for your help.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
If not you, then no one. You're the only person for the job.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now. So tell me, what specifically makes this matter so specific?
You tell Furina about the troop's plans for its final performance.
I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities, but given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting request.
How come? It sounds like this would be a breeze for you.
True, but I have made a decision to retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, the time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me.
Yeah.
Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late, and I have no intention of reinventing myself all over again. But at least I can say that I no longer desire to play any new roles.
So that's how you really feel.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can do to help out the troupe? Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point, okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me.
Wait a second, wasn't she close to Clorinde?
Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
You shouldn't assume the worst of people. What's wrong with making one exception?
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I drew a line in the sand without thinking about every possible grain on the other side.
Well, is there anything else we can do? His performance really means a lot to the guy we're working for.
Have I not made myself clear? You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't want this job, nor do I know of anyone else who would. Sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound so harsh. I wish I could help, really. But if I thought I had the answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the feeling that I should have done the story quest as soon as I was done with the first Archon quest here in Fontaine. I'm pretty sure it was the first one. The one where we found out that she isn't really the Hydro Archon. Although it could have been further on down the line. And, you know, it all kind of becomes a jumbled mess after a while.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make sure we tried everything. Oh, everyone in the troop will be so disappointed.
Let's try to come up with a plan B.
Yeah, I guess that's all we can do now. All right, then. We'll see you around, Furina.
Toodaloo to you, too. I'm going home to take a rest now.
Well, we're gonna convince her eventually somehow, I'm pretty sure. Just no idea how. Anyways, so we're supposed to go back and pass on the word about Furina's views, but this is where I'm going to be ending the video for now. So thank you very much for watching. Next time I play, I will be continuing this quest, and I'm assuming that there isn't going to be another timed event before then, but if there is, I might do some of that as well at that time. We'll see. So yeah, thanks again. See you next time, and bye-bye.